This is Dolynny TV, and this is a video I essentially don't even have to do. As you sit here and listen to me talk words, you're already typing your comment, and it doesn't matter what I say. You're going to say whatever negative, nasty thing you need to say to get it out of your system about tonight's Edmonton Oilers game. And that's fine and dandy. Because to sit here and pretend like I'm at all impressed or I'm at all not a little bit worried about this, well, that's being a clown. Alright? Straight up. Is if you think I'm not worried just because of who I portray myself as online, you obviously don't know me very well. So that's why as I sit here and open this with just a whole bunch of words that mean nothing to essentially allow you to say whatever the heck you want to say in the comments after tonight's disappointing, terrible loss to the Montreal Canadiens, go at it, have at it. In fact, here's the challenge. Give me your worst tonight, alright? Because I can just imagine the comments I got on my post having a little bit of fun at the intermission during the first period. I can only imagine what you guys have saved up for this one, a 5-1 loss to the Montreal Canadiens this evening on the 5 p.m. Hockey Night in Canada game. I guess it wasn't even a Hockey Night in Canada game. It was on Sportsnet, not even on the main CBC channels. So I guess that's another fun one of the evening. But yeah, okay, let's get to me. You see I've got a little bit of orange around the sides of my mustache here that connect onto the rest of my beard. Yeah, I sat there and enjoyed my third period. Might have been a 5-4-1 game throughout much of that third period, but I sat there and enjoyed it. I had chicken wings. I had some delicious potato wedges, homemade, right? This isn't just something McCain's out of the bag garbage we're talking about. No, this was delicious, homemade meal, and I sat there, watched the game, again with my family, and secondarily to that, guess what else I did? I enjoyed sitting there and just being able to watch hockey. Because at the end of the day, I might have been miserable the entire game. And I'm not afraid to admit that. And to think anyone sitting here thinking, man, Tyson won't be miserable after the post game. Well, sorry. You're mistaken, right? You've seen me do this for 3 years. If you feel the need to come onto the channel and tell me how bad it's going, like I'm not watching the game, after telling you what my plans were to watch the game, I'm telling you, you're missing the boat here. I do spend my time during game time watching the game. Yeah, I might have had some wings and some potato wedges and a very delicious garlic butter soaked piece of cheese toast to go along with that third period, but doesn't mean I wasn't paying attention. And what did I see? I saw an Oilers team that got bullied. Straight up, that's the word I'm going to use. And here's the problem in hockey. If you're getting bullied, you don't have a chance to go to the principal and tell him to get that kid suspended. No, if you're getting bullied in hockey, you have to stand up to them and you have to take it to them. And instead, the Oilers, I guess, in my opinion, chose to whine about it and get down and not work as hard as they possibly could have. And not necessarily saying they didn't work hard at times this game either. You look at the shots on goal, 35-35, and we'll get to that in mere moments. But the problem is, when it all gets down to this, is the Oilers for much of that first period, when the goal got disallowed because Leon Draisaitl drove Carey Price into the ice, and well, from there on to about midway through the second period, really, the Oilers just let themselves be walked all over. And as somebody who has let themselves be walked all over before, that hurt to see, okay? So, straight up, let's go that way. It was not an impressive performance for more than half of this hockey game. Why? Because we let ourselves be stepped on. Now, does that mean Carey Price didn't play a good game? No, this is vintage Carey Price. I'm not kidding you there. But you look at the goals that went in on Mikko Koskinen on 35 shots, some of the 5-alarm saves he had. By no means was Mikko Koskinen a much worse goaltender than Carey Price this evening. Straight up, if you think Mikko Koskinen is the problem in this hockey game, you might want to go rewatch the game 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times, however it takes to get it through your head. The Oilers had much bigger problems in terms of the luck column than the goaltending column tonight. Again, Ethan Bear, the butt end of the joke, quite literally, as he butts it in past Koskinen on a pad save, rebound off the butt of Bear back of the net. We saw that in the play-ins, a different kind of style goal, but that's two in front of Bear in recent memory now that just sting. And it's none the fault of the Oilers goaltender. Absolutely not. And then, okay, great and dandy. So that's one goal. I guess Tyson, the Oilers lose 4-1. How is that much better? Well, think about the glove self-pass through the pads of Koskinen to Petrie himself. Petrie literally gloves it like this, goes through the pads of Koskinen, around the other side, back of the net. But what's the defense doing? Ain't nobody got a clue where that puck is except for the guy that threw it through the pads. That's it. And I mean, how often in hockey do you see a glove pass through the crease to yourself wraparound goal? That's what I thought. Nobody has that in recent memory. So, there we go. Again, now it's 3-1. Okay, 3-1's a respectable score. You know what? If you lose 3-1, that's not that bad. Great, dandy. The Thomas Tatar goal, you know what? That's a legit one. The Jake Evans goal, 2-on-1 on a power play, shorthanded situation. You know what? That's how it goes. You see those. I'm not sitting here and pretending that it's something that it's not. Those happen. Is it pretty? No. Is it Koskinen's fault? Partly yes, but what else are you supposed to do? So you know what? Half and half the blame there. So Koskinen's now through 3 goals at fault for half a goal. Well, 2.5 goals in a game, that's a pretty good goals against average, okay? That Thomas Tatar goal, you can say he went down early. You can say whatever you want. End of the day, it doesn't really matter. It's a perfectly placed shot by the Montreal Canadiens' best pure goal scorer. So, right, we all sat there in marvel of Connor McDavid's goal, his second one of the night, the other night against Vancouver. But now we can't credit Montreal for giving a good goal against the Oilers. See, this is the double-sided nature of the things. And everybody sits here and accuses me of this or that. Guess what? Guys, none of you, actually none of you, that's a misinformed comment, Tyson. Most of you have no clue what I am like day to day, whether it be at work, home, in the community. And let me tell you, for those of you that are sitting here watching this and you've watched 7.5 minutes of me ranting, is the fact that for anyone that sits here and wonders why I'm so all over the place all the time, guess what, guys? I am crazy. I have no problem owning that. I am up and down, up the deep end at times. That's no problem. That is who I am. That's what makes me who I am. That's what makes me so good at everything I do, is because I am off the charts deep end sometimes and off the charts high sometimes without any influence from anything else other than some imbalanced brain chemistry. And you want to sit here and say, well, Tyson, you didn't credit Vancouver with a good game in the loss against Vancouver that night, but now you're crediting Montreal? Well, straight up, the Oilers score 1 goal instead of 3, right? And I mean, realistically, that Tatar goal, that's a beauty. That's, you know what? Leon Draisaitl scores that, nobody's blaming Carey Price. Thomas Tatar scores that, everybody's blaming Mikko Koskinen, right? Look at that. See? Straight up. At some point, you watch 3 games to start a season and you have some kind of reference. In the Canucks game, I had no reference, right? I had no hockey to go on from 160 days ago because that was a whole different situation than now. And I mean, this is a whole new year and you want to hold out some hope and say, we can get better. We aren't bad. We can get better. Now, concern level rises. No doubt it rises. Absolutely it rises. But am I going to sit here and fill a diaper because I'm scared the Oilers season is over? Absolutely not. Like, seriously, wake up and smell the coffee, because being 1-2 to start a season, even in a 56-game season, means zip zero zilch to how you finish, more than likely, if you pick up the lunch pail and go to work on Monday. Straight up. That's all you have to do, is pick up the lunch pail and don't get bullied in the schoolyard or on the ice, whatever you want to say, on Monday. And I know, actually, I should retouch on that comment from earlier, is I'm not trying to downplay bullying, but when it comes to the Oilers' style of play, that's the best kind of example I can draw to. So for this game, it's going to have to stand. But you know what? End of the day, tough, Am I concerned? If anyone's out there in Dolynny TV land right now pretending that I'm not concerned, I don't know what you've listened to for the past 10 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. I'm up on out of here.